Crime exists in every corner of the world, but these 10 police and military inventions that stops any speeding vehicle really tackles some of that crime and helps put the bad guys where they belong. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all our latest and most exciting content. Spike strips. Spike strips
Guys, they're ghost riding it, Chad. There's nobody inside of the vehicles.
are kind of a classic police technique when it comes to stopping speeding vehicles. But the invention has come a long way over the years. Retractable spike strips are a new and improved method for taking on criminals. Spike strips not only take a lot more time to set up, but they can be dangerous to use
where they
too.
belong, and they show a car exploding.
And having to stand near the road with speeding vehicles isn't exactly safe either. With these new retractable spike strips, you don't even really need to be on the road. The spikes come in a handy box police officers can place on the edge of the road, and all with the click of a button on a remote, the spikes fly out and gather across the road. The second the incoming vehicles hits the spikes, they fly right back into the box, meaning any zooming police cars that are coming in from behind have nothing to worry about,
That's pretty
since
cool,
the
actually.
road is all clear for them. Ganebo Alcasta Wedge Barrier.
That sounds
When it comes to stopping speeding vehicles, sometimes you want something a little stronger than just some spikes. When the police or military are after a more sturdy way of stopping criminals, they look to big, bulky barriers like ones Ganebo Alcasta offers. Perfect entry areas that need that little bit of
I'm pretty sure that's just dying.
extra security. This barrier can put a stop to all vehicles at all sizes. You'll find these things around high security areas like government offices, research centers, and even military bases. That's how you know these barriers mean business. Videos of this barrier in action will show you that even the biggest of trucks can't take it on. The Ganebo Alcasta Wedge Barrier is still standing even after getting hit. XNet. The problem with using old spike systems to stop cars is that the cars don't always stop when and how you want them to. Because the tires of the car are being punctured, it means the vehicle is still capable of moving forward and creating a rather large distance. XNet puts a stop to that, and instead of creating a much more dangerous situation with an already rushing car, XNet instead brings the car to a quicker and more efficient standstill.
It's actually
Using
annoying.
spikes can also get a little dangerous, especially when there's speeding cars all around. The old, usual spikes that are used in police pursuits can often end in injury and death. But XNet aims to stop that, and through trials and tests, it's been proven to be an overall safer option, not just for police and military, but for those in the car too. Held HT1 Raptor. This is a modern security barrier that's perfect
Guys, listen, I will say it again. I think that is so just death.
for areas that need a little extra security. This barrier is inserted into the ground, but that doesn't mean it stays like that.
Wait, they show somebody getting GG'd? No, they don't.
As it can rise and fall right back into the ground for passing vehicles. This barrier is so strong that even after crash testing, it displayed zero signs of wear and tear, showing you just how much damage it can take. The Raptor could even handle a 7.5-ton truck that was zooming in at a good 80 kilometers per hour. This barrier certainly won't back down from a fight and is ready to take on any cars that try to ram at it. Whether there's a whole line of Raptors or just the one, it's definitely a good option for those wanting top-notch security. Pro Spike. Smart, sleek, and easy to use, the Pro Spike knows exactly how to stop any car coming its way. This is a nail mat that can easily be placed on the ground to conduct border or traffic checks, roadblocks, or most importantly, keeping a speeding criminal from escaping. One of the best things about the mat is that officers don't need to risk their lives getting close to the road and being near oncoming vehicles. All it takes is a remote control to activate the spikes, and then officers can carry on with their jobs, with a lot more safety and efficiency. Most cars can only travel up to 200 meters once their wheels have been met with the nails of the Pro Spike mat, meaning criminals won't be able to create a large distance between themselves and officers. Arrest net. Sometimes police chases can get a little crazy, and it's better to just de-escalate the situation rather than adding to it. That's where the arrest net comes in handy. This is a high-quality, powerful net that can be thrown into the pathway of a vehicle and make sure they come to a steady halt. The spikes attached to the net help pierce the back tires, which forces the net to tangle around the front tires. With no choice but to stop, officers don't have to do much except approach the vehicle, since the net will keep those escaping in place.
Oh, that is pretty smooth.
It's a safe way to go about stopping criminals, meaning deaths and injuries can be avoided, and the net is deployed within just 3 seconds, making it a quick but efficient mode for catching and stopping those on the run. Safe Stop. It's never been so easy to take on criminals with this piece of technology. The Safe Stop system is designed to put a stop to any engine, all with the use of contactless RF transmissions. It's super easy to use and is rather portable, and can be used on both sea and land, meaning the Safe Stop can even access boat engines. With just the push of a button, vehicles near and around a mode of transport with Safe Stop activated will come to a halt without using any other methods. The actual stop is safe too, meaning the risk of danger is decreased.
Wait, I don't get it. How's it doing it?
This gadget can also come in handy for security checkpoints. If someone speeds away or is looking suspicious, the Safe Stop can always help bring them to a halt, so they can be questioned. Net barrier. The net barrier is a retractable net that works wonders when wanting to keep up with security. This net can stop cars that are coming from either direction and have a very speedy and sufficient deployment of only 2 seconds. This means criminals will have to think quick when dealing with the net barrier, but the net barrier has some other benefits to help those in law enforcement. This is a subtle but handy method to have, as the net can stay hidden within the road, only to pop out whenever you need it. The net does offer some safety too for those who happen to collide
with Angry Birds
with it. Since the net absorbs energy and also gives it, it is able to help keep drivers in oncoming vehicles safe. With a rather long net span of up to 80 feet, the net barrier is sure to keep all vehicles at bay while keeping certain high security areas stay safe. Module vehicle barrier.
See, guys, this...
Ramming cars have always been an issue, but the module vehicle barrier tries to make that a problem of the past. With modern and unique technology, this barrier transfers the force of an oncoming vehicle into the ground. It can be used in all kinds of areas, from a regular, old street to terrain that's a bit more rough and rocky. This is a super strong way to keep protected areas even safer. And since it's so lightweight, it's a relatively accessible approach to keeping the threat of vehicles down. After the barrier has been hit with a vehicle, it flies up slightly into the wheels, trapping the driver in their spot. The module vehicle barrier is so strong that it can even take on trucks without a hint of damage, proving just how high quality and sufficient these barriers are. Grappler. Those in law enforcement are able to take all control back with this handy device. Instead of police just bumping speed vehicles with their own car and increasing the risk of injury and death, officers now have a new method. The grappler is an innovative device that sits at the front of a police car. When the timing is right, officers can shoot out a strong, thick net that will wrap itself around a car's back tire. Since the net is so strong, it'll bring the car to a total halt, meaning officers are able to get a safe distance between themselves and the people in pursuit. The stopping of the car is generally safe for the driver, but that doesn't mean the grappler holds back. it's still a nifty, strong device that was designed to disable a car and keep it from moving. And it does exactly that. The only action that needs to be taken is the pressing of a button, and then bam! The net comes flying out, and police get a good hold of that speeding car. And that's the 10 police and military inventions that stops any speeding vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know.
Hey man, you got it man, I'll give you a like, dude. Here it is man. That was a good video, dude. I enjoyed it a lot.